All right, everybody, welcome back to A-Hole Design, brought to you by our sponsors, of course, the like button, which you can find right below the video, and my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/CaptainSparkles, where you can find many Minecraft gameplay streams with the occasional Uno and maybe even Fall Guys at some point, if and when the servers start working. Also, this Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time, 8 p.m. UK time, the next Minecraft Championships. Just throwing it out there because it's the best event, regardless of how well I end up doing. It's the best. And hopefully we get the most people watching on my channel that we've had before. So I'm just throwing it out there. Drop a follow maybe. That's August 15th. Let's start off with number 19 on A-Hole Design. Just keep changing the legend. When it said just keep changing the legend, this is not what I was thinking about. But here we are anyway. In just 15 days, the total number of crown cases in Georgia is up 49%, but you wouldn't know it from looking at the state's data visualization map of cases. The first map is July 2nd. The second is today. Do you see a 50% increase? Can you spot how they're hiding it? Yeah, they doubled the numbers at the bottom. So, nice. I mean, I guess you might as well scale the whole thing up if you don't want to use new colors on the map, right? Otherwise, it's just gonna keep getting redder and redder and redder and redder and redder, isn't it? It's very disappointing to think about. That's a fat RIP. Are there enough colors to handle it as time goes by? Anyway, yeah, so it would look the same if you just go here, but then you're like, oh, I see. So this now goes up to 949 instead of 620. Oh, this goes up to 1500 instead of 1000. Oh, this goes up to 2300 instead of 6. I see what's going on here. There's more cases going on. RIP. I have the best approval ratings, Apartment Hunt Edition. 2 renter reviews, 2-star, and 1-star. Seems legit to me. There's no way to even math this so it ends up being 5. You can't multiply the 2 by each other, you can't divide, you can't add them up. In no situation does this become 5 stars. So how is it displaying as 5 stars? Is there a way to pay to have your rating just display as 5 stars on whatever platform this is? Or is it a bug? Either way, you would hope that if someone's gonna sign a year-long lease at a place to live, they'd probably read the reviews in detail so that hopefully just the 5-star, it's only wasting their time until they see the page and they're like, this doesn't seem right. We'll move on to the next one now. My little brother and his friend were trying to open the headphone jack on these Walkie Talkies. They finally got some help, and with a knife and some persuasion, we opened it to find that it was fake. Why does this remind me of the back end of the Ford GT? Because it's Miami blue, and this is a taillight, and that's a taillight, and that's the exhaust, and that's the wing, and that's the diffuser. This oddly resembles the back of my car. It's so weird. I need to grab some of these so that I can communicate with people on drives and be like, hey, look, I just gave you a miniature model walkie-talkie of my car. Isn't that cool? I'll get a lot of joy out of it because I don't need to plug in the headphones because they'll just have them on speaker. But anyway, yeah, it'd be a little annoying to know that the headphone jack is fake. Why do that? Why bother? The unnecessarily high college tuition prices in the US, created by colleges trying to benefit as much as possible off broke college students. Less education for your buck. College tuition inflation in the US. Meow. So when I started going to university in 2010, we would have been at a little over 800%. Now we're at 1,200. Over the last 10 years. Wow. I haven't actually gone and looked into what the exact tuition is at UCSB just to see how much it's increased since I went there. But when I was there, the tuition for the school itself was like $9,800 a year. And then total cost, once you factored in textbooks and housing and food, obviously, ended up being like $25,000 a year. So I'm very curious to know what that actually is now. Like, is it over 30,000? Probably. 2p coins stuck to the metal with glue to give the consumer a false sense of hope. As if nobody was gonna notice that. Nice, dude. That's nice. So really, you've just extended the lip. God, that is rude, dude. I don't like that. I actually have to go, and next time I'm at an arcade, which is probably not going to be for a very, 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 very long time, given the current circumstances of the world, I gotta check that. Because in those machines, the coins are always teetering way far. Like, bizarrely far over the edge. And I'm like, how are they there? And now I'm thinking to myself, maybe they're just better at concealing the glue. And it essentially just extends the lip that the coins have to go over. Because that's now effectively just the metal. That's just the edge. So the coins that actually can move have to go over that. Just imagine though, if you're able to get enough weight, all right, and it breaks it off, it actually probably clogged the machine because you'd have this strip of glued together coins that just clogged the hole. And then all the coins would just start piling up on top of that. Did I stutter? Mobile game. Would you like to watch an ad to try again? Me, no. Mobile game. Shows that anyway. Sorry. If you know what's good for you, you're gonna watch it regardless. Pizza Hut doesn't show the price of any item unless you view it in your cart. Huh, really? That's interesting. I wonder if that's on purpose or not. Because I've never actually viewed an online store or food retailer that doesn't display the price of the item before you actually click on it. That's very strange. Because back when I know for sure, back when I had the Captain Sparkles Pizza Hut pizza, which to this day, oh, what an absolutely delicious, absolute legend of a pizza. If you want to recreate it, I believe you had to get the large because the large is the only one where you could do the stuffed crust. Oh my God, so good. And then it was pepperoni, bacon, salami, tomatoes. I can't remember if there's anything else on it, but oh God, it's making my mouth water. It's so good, dude. It's so good. Oh, it's delicious. I wish you could still order it, but Pizza Hut doesn't deliver to where I'm at now. Unfortunately, I'm out of their range, so no more Captain Sparkles Pizza Hut pizzas for me. But anywho, I guess just add it to the cart. Then you're like, well, guess I don't want that. Remove it. Tedious and kind of silly, but it is what it is, I suppose. This ad that tries to guilt trip you. Yemen needs help. Will you help? Or just ignore this message? I mean, the few times now that I go to the grocery store, and they're usually doing a fundraiser of sorts. Almost always there's some kind of fundraiser going on the touch screen where you're swiping your card. And I always there's a certain amount of me that is self-conscious about no. Because I'm standing in front of someone and it's like, do you want to contribute $2 to such and such cause? And I'm like, no, because I actually work with a charity. I'm on the board of one. So that's what I do. But I can't explain that to the person at the checkout. Do they judge me for saying no? Do I look like a bad person? Because I do charity stuff. It's just not, I don't do this one. And not that look, there are plenty of worthy causes out there. It's just, After going through 5 pages to cancel your $4 New York Times subscription, you get this. Let me guess. Call us. We're sorry, but you can't cancel it online. Please contact customer care. Still waiting for the legislation to pass that requires any unsubscription function to be equally as easy or located in the same place, able to be achieved on the same device through the same process as being able to subscribe in the first place. If I can subscribe through putting my credit card information in a web prompt, I should be able to unsubscribe doing the exact same thing. I am sorry, that should actually be legislated. It does not sound unreasonable and 100% should be put into law because it is completely unnecessary and just businesses holding on trying to inconvenience you just enough to make it so you don't actually cancel. I'm sorry, it's bogus. Looking at you, SiriusXM. Updated my Windows 10. It set Skype to open on startup and opened the new Edge browser and wouldn't let me close it before I looked at a presentation of the new features. I had to use Task Manager. Skype. Oh, open on, okay, got you. Open on startup. Nice. Pretty slick. I'm assuming that the tutorial thing that it opened Edge for was probably a one-time thing. It's probably not going to do that every time that it starts up. But yeah, I mean, that actually happens with a lot of video game launchers too. It doesn't prompt you. It just does it. You install almost any video game launcher and it's like, I'll be starting up now. Whenever your computer starts up, I'm always going to be running in the background. And then the worst is when it brings up audible notifications for things. Oh God, it's so annoying, dude. I guess the meatballs all just wanted a window seat. I mean, I get the idea. If I were confined inside of a box in a freezer, I'd want to at least be able to check out the people who are browsing through the aisle, even though it's probably not arranged that way. It's probably just facing the next. It's like looking out a window and it's just the brick wall of the building next to you, which would always be a bummer if you were traveling somewhere and you wanted to get a nice view of the city you were in, taking a visit, and it's just like, oh, that's a brick wall, nice. Guess we're not getting that view. But you can see through the crack in the alley to that ocean view. That was a mildly infuriating reference to the last video, just in case you didn't know. Yeah, I prefer it when, you know, I have equal distribution of toppings and more of them. Also, why is the sauce like in a package instead of like on the? Shouldn't the sauce be like on the pizza? What do I know? But it seems like the sauce should be on the pizza. But what do I know? But it's weird. It's kind of weird. This bald female private part installs itself with Windows. Oh God, no. I don't even know what this is. But I'm angry at his smug look. I'm kind of worried that he's going to demonetize me with those clippers. I'm honestly a little bit scared. What's going on? What's his plan with those? Do I need to leave? Do I run away? If I walked by someone who was clipping their hedge and they looked at me like that, I'd be very scared that I've been marked. You're looking over my shoulder for the rest of my life. He's gonna show up at some point. I don't know when it is, but he's gonna show up with those clippers. He's gonna use them on me. He's gonna turn me into a hedge sculpture. Oh God. So I was helping Mom to use her printer and this comes out. An advert that used her printer ink to make it. You're like, excuse me, but I just bought your printer? Do you really need to advertise the printer? From the printer? Like I just bought it. What more do you want? You want me to use it from my phone? What difference does it make? I bought your printer. Why aren't you happy with the way I'm gonna use it? Okay, do you have to tell me another way that I have to use it off my phone? I already bought it. Stop telling me how to live. Okay? Stop. I already know that the printer is probably gonna have a shelf life because printers always break. But just allow me to use this the way I want to. Stop telling me how to live my life and using colored ink. All right? It didn't even do a black and white. It went color ink for it. Which, dude, with my thing, I had a laser printer previously. Now it's an inkjet because the laser printer went and unalived itself. Of course it did. Always happens. It lasted like 4 years though, so I guess that's kind of impressive given printer lifetimes that I've experienced before. And it's just like every time I do anything with even a little color, because I'll forget to disable it, it is amazing how much the color levels decrease when I look and read it in the software, and it tells me how much of each color is left. I'm like, I've used that much already? I haven't printed anything. New toilets designed to become unbearable to sit on after 5 minutes. Greedy. Breaking news, say goodbye to comfort breaks. New downward tilting toilets are designed to become unbearable to sit on after 5 minutes. They say the main benefit is to employees and improved productivity. I'm viewing this from another perspective, which is I don't like try to just sit on the toilet for a super long time. Like I sit on the toilet as long as I need to, and then I go. Like I've had times before where it's taken a little while, and my legs will start to get hurt because the blood supply, as you're getting that pressure on your thigh, like I should say your glutes and stuff, it starts to not feel great. Your leg can start to fall asleep if it's a bad situation. Like, why would you then make it so that I have to essentially be doing a wall sit? Imagine paying for shipping on a digital item. Payment method, contact information, order summary, subtotal 3 items, $194. Digital delivery fee. What? But why don't you just, as a company offering things for sale, what you could do in order to not have people be as angry, if you just want to make more money, just charge more for the products. And then what you can have is you don't even have a digital delivery fee. It's a wild thought. And then this person wouldn't have even made this post here. All right? They would have just been like, oh, it costs $200. That's the price. Instead, you went and did it dumb, and you're like, oh, let's give them a $5 discount off the $200 thing, and then charge them $5 for a digital delivery fee. Have you no PR experience or common sense whatsoever? It's just, you're dumb. Amazon Prime Video doesn't tell you if a show is unavailable in your country till after you subscribe to Amazon Prime. Before subbing, Grim. After subbing, Grim, this title isn't available in your location. Yeah, I can see that if the one reason that you were using Amazon Prime is to watch a single particular show, frustrating. At least you started a 30-day trial, and you can, even before the trial expires, you can go into the settings and cancel it and remove your credit card information, tell it not to auto-renew. So you can do that. And Amazon might have already had your credit card information anyway, so you just have to cancel and you still want to use it to buy stuff. But at the same time, what I will say is, there's a lot of use to Amazon. This is not sponsored by Amazon. God, I wish I was sponsored by Amazon. That'd be freaking sick. Although you can go to amazon.com/shop/Captain Sparkles if you want to, buy the normal things that you do while also giving me a referral. You can do that. So technically sponsored by Amazon, but at the same time, there's a lot of use. Oh my God, dude, the shipping, bro, the videos are just a bonus. I subbed to Prime back in 2011, I think, like right when it came out. They had a student discount. It was back in 2010, actually. They had Amazon Student Prime. That was the time, dude. Trashy company, Marquez Brownlee. There's a gaming chair company called IT. They photoshopped a photo of me sitting in. Wow. Oh, this makes me upset. Really? They photoshopped a photo that he took, no less. And then they put their chair in it with him sitting in it, and they used to advertise on Amazon. Oh my God, bruh. And the sad thing is that because of this tweet, it's probably actually, they are probably happy to have had this tweet happen, because any publicity is good publicity to an extent, and someone will end up buying it as a result. Also, it looks like a stereotypical gaming chair with too many of them. Why is it the thing? Why is it the thing to make it look like kind of a car seat? And it's not. No, it's not an office chair. It's not an office chair. God dang it. I have been offered sponsorships with those sorts of chairs. I decline them every time, because I can't in good conscience push something that I would not recommend using myself. I just can't. I can't do it. It's not. Office chairs are expensive. They are genuinely expensive. I get the appeal of these is that they're cheap, right? And they look cool. But if you really sit at your computer 8 hours a day, like I do, you invest. It's expensive, but you invest in it. It's like a mattress. And that is some shit. I'm mad. You don't deserve that, Marquez Brownlee. You don't deserve that. That's it. For the last month of A-Hole Design, make sure to like if you were frustrated. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And hit the bell button. Also follow on twitch.tv/Captain Sparkles. Tune into MC Championships on Saturday. See ya.